let's drill down to this right now before we get started. Right, so you're in a relationship with somebody, and you've been with them for however long. It doesn't matter if it's a day or a year, and then you see that they've liked some pictures of specific women online. Could be anything you want, right? Could be fitness girls, goth girls, nerdy girls, whatever. Would you now in your case, in my case, in Logan's case, I guess it'd be like if she was liking pictures of Jason Momoa or whatever, because obviously he's shorter and fatter than I am, but he's got good hair. But would you be offended by that, Logan?
I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care. It's not like he's going to come round, is it? Like, there's not much danger of Jason Momoa turning up. Like, what's going to happen? Oh, Jason Momoa's. It's like, look, Jason Momoa's at the door. I think you should go with him, to be honest. He's got more prospects than me. Even if he dumps you in like a year's time, just come back. I won't hold it against you. I would leave.
Just get his money.
So, I'll just get a good telly off him.
I wanted my son to be called Corey Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And my ex-husband wouldn't let me call my son Corey because I really fancied and have the biggest crush on Corey Taylor. So I had to change my son's name to Rory. But it just made me laugh that as if I have any shot with Corey Taylor. Like, have you seen the man? He's like comes
Which
to
one's
Britain
Corey Taylor?
Lead singer of Slipknot.
Oh, for God's sake! Right, okay, that's hilarious.
He's beautiful. And I'm like, he's never going to choose me in a million years.
I'm sure he makes films.
I mean, he's too old for you as well, Sally. I mean, he's 51. Would you make another exception? Because you always make exceptions. Sally pretends she's got gold. She doesn't really. She likes to pretend. Oh yeah, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. Immediately does both those things. I'm like, okay, Sal, who are you trying to kid? Yeah, look, I'm with.
I wouldn't do.
You wouldn't go out with a man over 40. We've brought this up multiple times, Sally. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Eh?
I thought it was under. Was that not the thing?
No, over. That was specifically. I think there was a age range that Sally said because, like, she's got this thing about ages. It's like she would only go up so high and down so low. And when you run up so high, I forget what the exact age was. It was like 38, 39 or something. She's like, never above, never.
She's like, stop.
Disgusting. And then, when her options came on, she's like, well, this one's pretty good, actually. So, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice.
Hey, I've known Simeon since I was 18 and he was
36.
27.
Right.
Yeah.
We joke because you're allowed to change your opinions over time. Because of course you are.
Yes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely and treats me well. So
this is like fucking counselling here. This is a film podcast.
So agreement was after
you've dealt with my trauma for all these years. You can deal with Happy Sally now.
Yeah.
I don't like Happy.
So we're in agreement. You can like what you want on Instagram. It's not like it's going to happen anyway. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Now can we continue?
Mm-hmm. Has anyone got anything else to bring up? Half my tooth fell out.
Like 5 minutes ago?
Anyway, yeah.
I'm going to quit my job.
Fine. Oh, are you? How's that? Had enough?
Have we allowed to talk about this?
As long as you don't say specifically anyone's name or like where she works, I don't see why it'd be an issue.
Maybe they see this like, oh, she got to quit her job soon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're all listening to Sally's podcast at the place she works. Yeah, I'm sure like, oh, she's dropped another one. You didn't even drop the last episode. Sally, does anyone even know you do the podcast?
You go fucking kid.
Logan listened to it and realised it was shit. So he was like, nah, you know what? I'm going to put this one up.
Okay, nah.
That's because I used a specific word. He was like, yeah, we need to put that in the bin.
I mean, that was a
word that we're not allowed to use.
Okay.
Rhymes with grape.
I was going to say retrospective.
Carry on, let's do the news.
Right.
Okay, to the news.
Welcome back. I was going to say,
it's been a while.
Do you want me to start with the Jaws, or do you want me to just start with news stuff?
Do movie news.
News.
Big news today.
So, we'll start off with the main one. Michael Madsen died at the age of 67 with a cardiac arrest. That's a bummer. Although, I don't know if you've seen the background, the Reservoir Dogs poster literally has him
That's my.
is the main character on that poster.
Main man.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm not gonna lie, like how shocking that is.
I would actually disagree with that. Right? Again, like Michael Madsen, I don't think he was a healthy living kid. He wasn't doing yoga on the beach and like eating like Greek yogurt and stuff. I get the impression he was a bit of a boy. It was like when the boy from Casino died. Not Joe Pesci, the other guy, the main man for
Don Rickles.
from all the mobster guy. Oh god, this happened to us last time. Not Harvey Keitel, not Robert De Niro. Christ.
In Home Alone.
Which? No, I said the mobster guy.
You just said
Not. No, I didn't. You've gone mad.
No, Sally, didn't he say Home Alone?
Hold on 2 seconds. I'll
I
look
don't
it
know
up.
what he said because I'm really confused.
Hold
But
on a
I now
second.
know who this guy is because he was in Free Willy. That's how I know him.
You know what, I'm getting mixed. I'm saying Casino. It's Goodfellas he was in, and it's we've said this guy's name loads of times. And we see this as Ray Liotta.
Oh, Ray.
I remember Ray Liotta. Right, so remember when Ray Liotta died? And no, he wasn't. So I was getting mixed up. It was Goodfellas I was thinking of, because they've all got like similar actors in it. It's like when he died, I'm like, I'm amazed he made it this long. Like he does not look like a guy that's been like, yeah, I'm going to go on a diet and go vegan and start like looking after himself. He's like, nah, I'm going to absolutely just run it into the ground. I'm going to not change a single habit of mine. I'll show you death. And then that didn't work out. So, but it's sad,
I would say we've lost a 21 icon because he brought up some
Cool.
iconic characters, so like Mr. Blonde for Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, character names that went in my head. Donnie Brasco, he was the mob boss.
Yeah.
And
When you play this specific type of character.
it was mainly in all Tarantino films, like Kill Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm on the spot right now. Is it Inglourious Basterds or is it the?
I don't think he was in Inglourious Basterds. Hold on a second, though.
It was one of them.
What, do you mean the Hateful Eight or something?
Oh, the Hateful Eight. I'm getting up with the Adam Sandler one now.
Yeah, Magnificent Seven was a lot of different movies, to be fair. Looking at it, where is it?
He seemed to like fish films because it was Free Willy, and he was also in a film called Shark Attack.
Well, I think as your later career, as he kind of got older and like less reliable and stuff, and like less bankable as a star, and just basically less handsome,
And then
he'd be another stuff. He would just.
They done that Crime Boss game for the PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah. He was actually in Grand Theft Auto 3 as well, which I didn't even remember.
Who did they play in that? Did it say?
Let's have a look.
In
Fillmore. Yeah, according to this. You put me in a spot there, Logan. I've not got that far down. I didn't really look. I assumed you were going to have all this big stuff ready for us when you came in.
No, this one, because also how quick this came up, I literally just wrote,
Yeah.
he died.
Grand Theft Auto 3 played Tony Cipriani, so I'm going to guess a mobster of some kind, which sounds about right.
I thought it was a gardener, but...
But yeah, it's all kind of what you'd expect, to be fair. Yeah, last movie was Legend of the White Dragon. Okay, that's to be released. Let's have a look. American Superhero by Aaron Schonke. Oh, I know who that is. Oh, I also know exactly what that is. Aaron Schonke is the Bat in the Sun guy. If you type in Bat in the Sun, it's basically the people that make the not quite parodies, but like the fan movies of like famous superheroes. So they've done like Wolverine versus Wonder Woman. They've done like Batman versus the Predator, that kind of stuff. But they've actually got Jason David Franks in that, who's also deed, and Michael Madsen, who's deed. So there you go. But my point was more along the lines of, at the end he seemed like just more like a jobbing actor, but that happened in '67. You know what happens to a lot of these guys.
That's true. Except for De Niro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you start. I think you get to a certain level, and like you're just Robert De Niro, aren't you? So.
But this was the main thing. I want to talk about because I feel like this has been kind of spiraling on the internet. So we have been confirmed about the new James Bond film.
Oh yeah.
Know who James Bond is yet?
No, so this was the thing. So I'll tell you who's maybe the new director. It
Hmm.
is what's his name? He done Dune.
Oh yeah, he done June, didn't he? Yeah, he done June 1 and 2. It's a French fella, isn't it? Is he French or French Canadian?
Dennis Villeneuve. Is that you say his name?
Absolutely not. No, give me 2
He
seconds.
also
Yep,
directed
exactly.
Sicario. Sicario's fucking
Oh, did
one of my favourite films of his. He also done Blade Runner, 2049, and Arrival. He also done Prisoners. I forgot he did Prisoners.
Oh, which one's Prisoners?
That's the one with Hugh Jackman and I can't remember his name now. Jake Gyllenhaal. Mind that the
Uh,
kidnapped. Paul Dano is the
oh yeah,
mental case in it. Sorry, I don't know
I
how
know.
to say mental case these days.
I mean, he's playing a character, so.
But do you know who was
Mm,
originally got to do the James Bond film?
who?
Aaron Eaton.
Christopher Nolan.
That was never going to happen.
So
I'm sure they wanted him, but there's no way they're going to get him. Dennis Villeneuve. There you go. Dennis Villeneuve is how you say it according to the internet.
So what happened was, Amazon was their top choice was Christopher Nolan to direct a new James Bond film. However, during negotiations, Nolan reported gave no indication that he'd be willing to
I did read that, yeah.
Final Cut privileges and a condition that the studio was unwilling to accept.
Hmm.
Do you think he's in
Yeah,
the right there, or do you think he's missing an opportunity?
I mean, he's not missed. Christopher Nolan's missed no opportunities. He can do what he wants. He can effectively walk up to any studio and went, right, here's how much money I want. You will get a film, and then it may be amazing, it may not be, but it'll be a film. I think was the one he made about the tower block. What was that called? Did that do well?
Was it Tenet?
Tenant, yeah.
Loved it.
See, weirdly enough, I didn't watch it. I feel like I should have.
I'd say it's one of the films you should just watch just for the sake of it, because it's pretty cool, just the concept of it. But
Mhm.
a lot of people saying the sound mixing wasn't great in it, and I literally didn't even notice. I seen it in the cinema when it first came out.
That's one of those weird things that people say. They saw the sound mixing is bad. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Aye.
Like,
I've
yeah.
no clue. Couldn't tell you myself.
I've never watched that film and thought the only film I ever watched and I noticed the soundtrack was one me and Sally talked about. It's when you made us watch Uncut Gems, and I noticed the music in that because it was deliberately designed to annoy people like me. It was designed to make you feel on edge and sweaty, and it did that the whole way through, so it done its job. It was not a big hit. It probably would be considered a bomb. Actually, it was 205 million against 365 million against a 205 million budget. But it also came out in 2020, which not a famously good year for films.
Aye, so I was during. I think that was just after the first lockdown of COVID. I'm sure.
I do vaguely remember this one was like when they had that like kind of mini break in the middle of all the lockdowns. Like, okay, you can go back outside now, and then they're like, oh no, don't do that.
Mistakes were made. Get back in.
Shit.
There-
It turns out it's still very much real.
There's three British actors that are maybe in the run for James Bond. So you've got Tom Holland, Harris Dickinson, and Jacob Elordi. I think Elordi.
I'll tell you right now, Tom Holland's not going to do it. That's ridiculous. His name has been bandied about. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's too small. Tom Holland's the same height as me. Right? He's 5'6". He is tiny. He's not going to be James Bond. They're kidding themselves on. He looks like a child. And look, he's athletic enough and he's a good actor. It's not going to happen. They were never going to pick someone his height to be James Bond.
Right.
So that's like wishful thinking casting. Also, he's far too young. He's like, what, 24?
No, he's 28.
Who did?
He's old.
Is he as old as that?
Yeah.
Well, even like he's one of those young-looking guys though, and I wouldn't buy him as like a Bond. Bond's meant to have been in the military, been in the SAS, and then like He's moved up to the SES, like like the Secret Service.
But then here's the
Nah, I'm not having it.
if he does it, do you think he
I
would
know
be
who it needs to
typecast?
be.
What did you say, Logan?
Do you think he would be typecasted? Because he technically was during Spider-Man.
I'm not buying him ever as Bond. And great actor, and he's doing really, really well, and he can do it being anything. But he doesn't need the franchise either. Plus, he's bigger than that franchise. It's like he could leave it at any point, and it means nothing to him. He's already got Spider-Man. Why would he need James Bond on top of that? It's like two. If anything, he'd surely do serious movies. Why would he go and do that?
Because they tried.
Sorry, Sally. What were you?
Sorry.
Needs to be this man.
Taron Egerton. It's too old.
Too wee.
He's 35. He's not that old.
Aye, but because they. Is this because the reason why Daniel Craig? Because remember he kept injuring himself. That's why it took so long for to make another James Bond film.
Yeah, well, he got horribly injured because he tried to do a lot of his own stunts in the earlier movies, and he actually ruined his body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'd give it to him based on Taron Egerton's also got a good face and all that, but he did do the Kingsman.
Well, this was going to be my argument. So Harris Delorde was actually in that franchise as well. He done the prequel.
Oh really? Huh? Okay.
Yeah, so he was. I can't remember the character, but I remember he was actually in it.
If I had to guess, they'll pick a fairly. If you remember, Daniel Craig was unknown, not unknown, but nowhere near the star power he was before he was Bond. They never ever pick someone that's been in big things before, because you're meant to be Bond. You're not meant to be, oh look, it's famous person as Bond. It's meant to be Bond's your main thing, and from that kind of launches you. Because he might be like, we're going to do 3 films in a row.
I want to change what I was saying. No, it's Harrison Dickinson was in The Kingsman, and Jacob Elordi was in Saltburn.
Which one's Jacob? Which one's he? Is he the tall boy that
the
gets
tall one
Saltburn?
with the chiseled jaw?
Aye, that's the one.
I could see him.
Yeah.
He's a big handsome boy.
So who would you pick out of that, and then who would your dream pick be? I know Sally said, but I don't know if she's got another one for that.
If it was to be out of the three that you said, it would be the Jacob guy. I think he would make a good.
Or Harris Dickinson.
Harris. I'm just having a look at their face look here, just to have a wee look.
I would say Jacob Elordi.
Out of those three, the only one that makes any sense to me is that Jacob dude. The problem I have with him is he's got quite. The other boy doesn't have the strong enough face for it, to be honest. Again, that's not. He's a handsome lad, but he just doesn't look like what you'd imagine Bond would look like.
Aye.
And the Jacob dude, he
It's
looks
like a villain.
Yeah, to be fair, I would argue that either one of them could be the villain in a Bond movie. You're like, yeah, that guy's a villain. He looks like a prick. Sorry, I know they're both fans of the pod. But I would argue that neither one of them is be top of the list. If it's in, it'll be that Jacob dude. And what's this puss that's done does Batman now, and it was the vampire boy. Pattinson, yeah. I'm not saying he could be, but he was. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
Sorry.
I'm saying that he was very boyish at one point, and now he's quite rugged and all that. He's kind of spent a bit of time building up his acting chops. So they can shed the youngness. You put a bit of scruff on him, and all of a sudden, he looks like an adult now. So they do those jaw exercises that give him a big square jaw, whatever they are.
Is that your pick?
Yeah, Jacob Elordi. What's his name?
Jacob Elordi.
It's Jacob Elordi. That's a ridiculous name. Is that a real name? Elordi.
Elordi, aye.
I'm not having that. It's Australian, I suppose.
No, I think he's English. He's British.
No, he's Australian, mate. It says here.
Yeah, Australian actor.
Oh.
Has that changed your mind? You're not having it now?
It should be someone British.
Actually, if you look at his picture on Wikipedia, he actually looks more like an adult man in that.
I would say him. But do you know who I would love to be Bond? Idris Elba.
Fucking shut up, man. The guy's 70 years old.
Too old now.
Be class.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
20 years ago. Fucking James Bond, mate. So okay. I love Idris Elba. I'm looking forward to watching the movie. Oh.
Do you know the Muffin Man? No.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You could see it was on the
You
horizon there
know
coming over to us.
is it Nicholas? Oh,
Holt.
he was in About a Boy when he was
This
Nicholas
little,
Holt.
and
Nicholas Holt. Said Nicholas Holt
Nicholas
3
Holt.
times so far.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, him. Don't you think he would make quite a good Bond?
Nah.
He is Lex Luthor in the new Superman film. He is not interested in being Bond. He
Okay.
was also Beast in the X-Men movies. He's too big.
He is, yeah.
I don't think so. I always think he has like he would be like M, like or what's the is that what
Q?
Q? That's one I was like, yeah, he'd be Q. Like I could see him turning out and just Q. Nicholas Holt comes stoating, and you're like, oh yeah, you're Q. I accept that.
Daniel Radcliffe.
I would take Daniel. I want Daniel Radcliffe to be the next Wolverine. Have you seen that guy? He is
I would take
jacked and he is
Taron
tiny.
Egerton as the next Wolverine.
Taron Egerton would also
He's
work as
fine.
Wolverine, except either or. They would be excellent Wolverines because you just buff them up a bit, give them that. It'd be brilliant. Because they're little as well, little tough guys.
Well, what about the one it was they were mainly speculating? Aaron Taylor Johnson.
What from Breaking Bad?
No, that's Aaron Paul.
That's Aaron Paul. That's Aaron Paul. I'm getting mixed up with Aaron. So
He
film podcast guys, we know all the actors.
Quicksilver.
Oh yeah, I know him.
Oh,
he
yeah,
got
him.
in trouble because his wife was like
Aye,
40 years older than him. Or
His
something.
wife is so
Yeah.
old. His wife is like
20
ancient.
20 years later, he's in that.
Yeah, I know exactly who he is. Yeah, he was also in Kick-Ass, is what Ada said.
Oh,
He was in
yeah.
both Kick-Ass movies. Yeah.
Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging. That's how I know him from.
Would you have him as James
It's amazing we all go to different places to get Aaron Taylor Johnson into it.
Bullet Train?
He was good in that. He was actually, you know what? Based on the Bullet Train performance, I would take him, but again, I think his star's too big. Also, his wife mum wouldn't let him out to play.
That's us. That's us cancelled for that.
But just his wife's old. Like, and again, no harm to her. Like, she's better looking than I am. But like, it was surprising when you see the age difference. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, here she goes.
Oh, have you watched Sex Education?
Never had it.
No, but what are you going to tell us about Gillian Anderson?
No, let me find his name. Hang on. You talk and I will do it.
So yeah, so Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think he would have been good, and I think he could easily. I think there's probably about 5 or 6 actors I can't think of that could easily be Bond now. I don't know. It depends what they're looking for in the Bond, though. If they want him to be like, do they want him to be the start of his career? Because you got to remember when our current fella was doing it, he started off. He was relatively young when he started being Bond, I think. Daniel Craig, what age was he?
He was.
So when did?
I would say mid-30s. Because what is he now?
I think he must be pushing. Casino Royale was 2006, right? So that was 20 years ago. Bloody hell. And then it was Daniel Craig. So I think you could be right.
This was before Layer.
Daniel Craig is 57, so okay, he was 37 actually. He was a bit older than I thought he was.
Just after Layer Cake, sorry.
Yeah. Because Layer Cake was what kind of like got him noticed.
I've still never seen it, but I've heard.
Oh, I highly recommend it. It's well worth going. Cool Mini's in it as well. I quite like him. But yeah, absolutely worth a watch.
You got it,
Okay, I think Sally's forgot what she's doing and just playing Candy Crush now.
Mind, yeah, he looks too young.
Well, you've always got to add in. See that it looks too young. We shouldn't be so unfair with that because there's like all kinds of things you can do to age people up, like bit of beard. Yeah, but that's a headshot. Like that's a headshot. That's unfair. Who is that?
Sex Education.
Yeah, his name is Asa. ASA.
ASA, okay. Asa Butterfield. Jesus. Yeah. No, I mean there's other pictures of him when he looks a bit older, but I'll be honest, he doesn't have a good face for Bond. There's a couple other ones where he's got like there's one here where he's got like the short hair and all that. But again, the stuff you can do with that, see if you can do the physicality part, like the face bit. There's things they can do with that to kind of make you look a bit older, and then like see if he does all the training, it kind of gives him like that different shaped face. Because with the Bond stuff, like they put so serious. Who? I'm saying it right now. Tilda Swinton. That's who you want. Why do you keep showing me people that look like English teachers and then tell me they'd be a good Bond?
Because he was in Sex Education as well.
Stop showing me people that look like they should be working in a high school. They'd be like, oh, this is a good one. No, they wouldn't. Show me like an action shot where he's doing something cool, like a push-up.
Right, let's move on. Let's go for the main thing why we are here. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, there's another Lilo and Stitch happening.
Oh yeah.
Coming in.
Oh, yeah,
Another
another one. Or on the...
So it's Lilo and Stitch 2. It's been confirmed, so they're going to be in production soon. Just forgot to say that before we start.
I've not watched the original, so not the original. I've watched the cartoon. I meant the
remake.
Yeah, the live-action remake. Yeah.
live action. Yeah.
I've heard good things. I'm never gonna watch it. I don't care.
I thought she was going to say she's not seen Jaws yet, and I'm like, why are we here?
Who's not seen Jaws? Everyone's seen Jaws.
Right,
I was
Jaws is fun for all the family.
here's the question: do you remember?
Great
Jaws
family
for
film.
the first time?
Say again?
Do you ever remember seeing Jaws for the first time?
Yeah, I was very young when I seen it for the first
No.
time because it was the kind of movie that was on telly because it was so old at that point because it came out in like 1978. It's its 50th anniversary. It's 1976 actually. This is its 50th anniversary.
1975.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's 50th anniversary. Yeah, that's how maths work. Yeah. So, well done, Lee. I've actually got the year on the screen there, but something I keep thinking what a year. I don't know. Shut up, Lee. Yeah, man. Of course. When it came out, I had been, it was like the kind of thing. Weird enough, I was talking about this with Yvonne the other day. How we all used to kind of consume similar media because you had the choice of 4 channels.
Right.
Still remember 4 channels, and then there was 5. And I was like, oh, there's 5 channels. How exciting! And then later on, we went up to Freeview, yada yada yada.
I was brought.
Because that was a whole thing. That was a whole process. Well, Sky existed when I was young, but like only rich people had Sky.
Yeah.
And even when you had Sky, there was like Sky 1, Sky Movies 1, Sky Sports 1. Like there was like 7 Sky channels. It wasn't like a million like there is now. Like Cartoon Network was on MTV, that kind of stuff. So we had all seen the same movies, and we had to explain to our kids why we'd all seen the same movie over and over and over and over again. Because there's only so many movies that went on TV as well. So like you watch the James Bond, or like Christmas and New Year. You watch Jaws because it was on at specific times of the year, and that's when you watch Jaws. I can't remember where I'm going with this, but anyway, yeah, we've all seen Jaws lots.
Sally, do you remember seeing it first? When was your
I
first?
don't remember seeing it for the first time, no. But when I was 11, I went to America and I went on the ride at Universal Studios. It's shut down now. It's not there. Yeah. And I remember being absolutely terrified when the shark would come up out the water. Obviously, it's not a real shark, it's a robot one. But it was just like, because it made the whole boat move and everything. It was like...
That's cool. I've only ever seen the videos of that, and it looks
really
badass,
cool.
to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? It's all round now. Like they still have the
Round.
mechanical shark, some storage places.
Yeah.
And it looks wrecked to bits.
I mean, it was underwater for years, so that makes sense, yeah.
But also,
I thought they'd rebuild it again. Who's watching Jaws these days?
people are doing the
Kids
50th
love it.
anniversary.
Yeah, but like enough for it to be like a ride at a theme park. Eventually, things get too old. It's like
Well,
Yeah.
that was. I remember this has got to be a good 5 years back now. See the original Orca boat? That was actually at
Yeah.
Universal Studio, but it was decaying that much they had to get rid of it. So like you can't even get to see the original Orca boat.
well,
And apparently Steven
I-
Spielberg, every time he visited Universal, he'd just sit in it for a bit.
Senate ripped the heat off it, being like, "Oh yes, this is what made the money." Just ruin it for everyone. We call it Steven's Wank Shack. Nobody come in here. Sounds like he's crying. I don't know why.
What were you going to say there, Sally?
I don't even remember.
I've ruined it.
Well, anyways, Jaws. I don't know what to explain what it is, but it's just the shark film.
Here's the way to describe it. It was the shark movie that made shark movies a thing.
Yeah.
Aye.
Right. Without Jaws, Sharknado doesn't exist. Ghost Shark, everything with the word shark in the title does not exist without Jaws. Megalodon versus octopus monster, that kind of shit. All of that exists. I mean, there's also maybe an argument for all
Is
the dinosaur
Underworld a
movies.
shark film?
Underworld's a vampire movie.
No,
Vampire
that's
sharks.
the wrong one. No, Underworld's a like the bloke with the webbed feet and the webbed hands, and he's like runs around. I'm sure that's Underworld.
I find
Waterworld.
Waterworld. Okay, there we
Waterworld.
go. There we go. We got there in the end. I mean, there might be sharks in it, but the water world's its own thing.
That was the best. There was no protagonist or antagonist as a shark, really, was it?
No, the antagonist was Dennis Hopper on an oil tanker.
But well, this
Weirdly, I remember who Dennis Hopper is. Don't know why.
well, this
If you need to know that, is he was King Koopa in the original live-action Mario Brothers movie. That's who Dennis Hopper was.
never seen it.
Okay. Yeah, you're not missing anything. It's shit.
But this was the first blockbuster film. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I remember it being terrifying for people. Like,
it was.
it was, and it stopped people from going to the beaches because they were like, "Oh my god, no, there's gonna be a shark."
I heard of this.
It was also the most damaging to sharks because people are so scared of sharks now. Like, it literally caused like shark deaths to go up because people were so scared of sharks after this movie.
Did you know
Like, it was the worst thing ecologically for them because people would go out to kill sharks. Like, this shark's got a vendetta. We need to get it. It's a shark. Just mind some
My
business.
favourite sayings is shark-infested waters is not a thing. It's their home. We're infesting their waters.
That's
there's
excellent.
A real dead shark in the film.
I did not know. No.
I do know this.
So, I think Sarah might correct me on this. So apparently the one they hang up.
Oh, yeah.
They think that was the shark, although it's a tiger shark. So that is a real dead shark. So Steven Spielberg wanted a real dead one before PETA was a thing, I guess. And he contacted these guys at the harbour wherever they were filming. Is it Valley something? I can't remember what they were called.
Whatever, yeah.
So apparently these were the best shark hunters to get them. And they says, "I will get it, and it will cost this much and that." One day they couldn't do it, and it came round to Thursday. They couldn't get it, so they phoned up some other person. I can't remember who it was, and they had to go somewhere in California. I think it was California.
Okay.
It was some weird place, I know it, but it was like in this weird.
So what you tell me is they went to SeaWorld, right? Got you.
Pretty much, but it was like a swamp.
They snuck into SeaWorld in the night, shot the shark, dragged it out, got you.
And obviously they wanted a certain like kind of length for a shark, so they got this. They finally hunted this tiger shark. This was on a Sunday, so they needed it by the Tuesday. And they didn't realise, oh, this is for a film. So they kind of held the fish hostage, and they wanted more money. And turns out they got the money, and then they got it flown air and all that sort of stuff. And they had like maybe they had it in the fridge, the big refrigerator for the scene they wanted, but it turns out it was already decaying because sharks don't have I might be wrong. So obviously their skin's kind of different. So it's like is it carbon? Like they have like a certain bone. Can't remember what it's called.
It's cartilage there. They don't have bones.
That's it. Sorry, that's it. Cartilage, not bone. You know what I mean? So that decays.
Fun fact.
That decays worse. So during that scene, it smelled that bad. They had to like touch it up with like some makeup. So it's like spray painted in that. So if you probably rewatch it again, you might see it. But I didn't.
The kind of things that they fix with they'd fix with CGI there, you know.
Aye, so
they
had this rotten carcass, just stinking the place when I tried to film that. They had like a couple of days to film the scene.
That's hilarious. Well, there you go. And that's why these days we would just use a big rubber fish and then we would CGI it. It'd probably cost 10 times as much. I was going to say there as well, the reason I know about it is cartilage is because I came up with a quiz one time, how many bones do a shark have? I was like, how the fuck can anyone know that? And then someone went, well, they have 0 because they don't have bones, they have cartilage. I was like, yeah.
And they have
there you go. La-dee-da.
A great white has 200 teeth.
Who counted?
And they can regrow them as well, can't they?
Can.
Aye.
And the way their teeth work as well, it's like if you put your arm in, it just rips. They don't bite down. It just moves and just like saws through your arm.
That's why it goes in. Their teeth are inwards.
Aye.
Because
Just
it's like barbed wire, basically, isn't it?
You ever watched the film Teeth?
Well, the lady with the teeth in her JJ. No, scared me too much. The idea, the concept of it scared me that much. I didn't watch it.
Do you know
That shark teeth in there.
Oh, the budget back in 1975. Oh, 2 million. 4 million. Let's say 4 million.
5.
9 million.
Well, okay, that's more than I thought it'd be.
and it grossed over
How much did it make?
470 million.
Is that in today money or is that
Wow.
1970 money?
1970 money. So today that
That's
would
lots.
have made
Shit.
billions.
That'd be like billions, yeah.
Oh, easy, yeah. 1975 money, today money. That's. Let's find out, internet.
This became the first summer blockbuster, forever changing the movie marketing and releasing strategies. Summer films were dead films back in the day. They pushed it with TV ads and show interviews, talk show interviews and merchandise. That's the only reason why it got famous. Although it was marked as a B-roll film, which is obviously, I think, that's just, your college kind of films.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this was, I think, filmed before the book was ever released. So I can't remember the author now. That's because I should have wrote that down. He got a lump sum for the book. I think it was like a couple of grand, which in today's money it was like 500,000 or something. Or probably maybe more than that now.
Okay, now I'm not entirely sure this is accurate, but hold on. I think I might have done those numbers wrong. 400,000, 400 million. You said, yeah.
470 million.
404,000. Okay, 470 million. So, sorry, it's quite to do those amount of numbers because it's like so many zeros. 100,000, 100,000 million. Blah blah. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, that can't be right. Nah. Never mind. That number I've come up with is definitely not accurate because it looks like. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. 47,000, 400,000. Okay, maybe I need an extra zero in that.
He's real bad at math, isn't he?
Okay, 2.8 billion.
Jesus, that would have been cool.
So yeah, that's what that was worth in today money, I think.
But they went over.
Viewers can email Logan and let us know if I'm wrong about those numbers.
In the comments, what I mean, or just like.
I put in the comments. Leave a comment saying everything was great about this. 5 stars, however, this is how much it's actually worth. But yeah,
But
so we're talking Avatar money.
This was a total nightmare to film. So they had 10. I think it was 20 days. 20 days on land, and then they had 40 days on water.
Oh really?
But it took more days to film in water because one, the mechanical shark wasn't working right because one, so it always kept breaking down, and also the paint in that kept going away. They didn't realise this because see when they first made it, they just put it in normal water. They didn't put it in seawater.
Water. Yeah.
So because obviously I think it rusts or something. Because salt water, I don't know.
Yeah.
It gets anything. It's different, yeah. Whatever, it got in it differently, aye.
So it kept pushing back the water scenes.
I know it kept sinking. That was a big problem. Like it would get so waterlogged, it would sink.
Aye. So they had a full 24-hour loop. So they would paint it during the day before filming, and then they had to film the scenes with they had to film the scenes of the shark in the water, and then at night they would have to try and dry it and all that sort of stuff to try and revamp it, and did the same thing every single day.
Wow.
Oh god.
It was like
it is really funny seeing the shark when you do see the shark now because it's a weird looking shark. Like sharks don't look like that, but like it's so scary.
Yeah, it's just like dead.
Yeah.
really
It's like that's like a lot of effort for a shark.
It really scared Spielberg because he thought he'd get fired because it went over budget and went over the time frame they had for the film.
Well, he'd been very young. I mean, he'd been a very new director at the time as well, wouldn't he? So
this was the thing that I found out. So apparently there's a thing called brat filmmakers, and that's basically like, so see how before then you had like your old directors that didn't have like inspiration. So like it was just guys just making stuff up, and then also you had the other generation like Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, like they were inspired by films, so they went to universities. Turns out Spielberg didn't go to university; he just got rejected by them all. So he was just a guy who was like kind of inspired. He was also kicked off by a Alfred Hitchcock film set because he had like some work. He was just in some like what you call it? What did you do like in primary in like high school for a week?
Work experience.
Work experience. So he done that,
Production.
and it's during the summer. So he had like about a 10-day pass, and he just kept using it during the summer. So no one checked his pass, and
Yeah.
he got on one of Alfred Hitchcock's films, and then they realised like 5 minutes later, like he shouldn't be here, so they just kicked him off set. So I hear.
But it's really funny about that kind of thing. Is imagine somebody trying any of that these days. Like
Oh, you get
like you hear about these old actors with like, you know, these old guys that I just went in and blagged my way through security, and like you would literally be shot and killed at this point. You know, imagine blagging your way onto like a Marvel movie, you'd get sued into like, you know, non-existence. Whereas Steven Spielberg's like, yeah, I just put a hat on and pretended I was a delivery man and just went in and got a camera and started shooting, and I was there for 3 weeks before anyone noticed. So yeah, that's mental.
You can get into most places with a high vis and a ladder.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, yeah. If you walk up to anywhere, just, you know, just do the old like the workman overalls, clipboard.
Maintenance, mate.
So, yeah.
That's kind of shocked.
It's like, mate,
Fake nose,
I found
glasses.
this out. So see how Richard Schneider, Robert Shaw, and Richard Dreyfuss.
Mhm.
What age do you think they all were?
35.
this is one of these weird things, isn't it? Where it's going to turn out that like they were like one of them was way older than the other one. They were way older than you expect. Well, Rob Schneider, he died a few years ago. I'd have said he was probably early 30s. Richard Dreyfuss would have probably been the same. And the boy that the Quint, what's his actual name?
Robert Shaw was Quint.
He was probably. Oh, I bet you he looks like he was in his 50s, but he was actually like 36 or something.
Roy Schneider, you're thinking about, is Hooper.
Right. Well, that's the. Roy Schneider was the. Oh, Roy Schneider. What did I say? Okay. Well, yeah.
Robert Shaw was.
Oh, I get it mixed up. Yeah, sorry. Roy Schneider. Sorry, Roy Schneider. He was the sheriff. Dreyfus was the geeky science dude, and then Quint boy was drunk guy. Aye. Sorry. Yeah. Whatever ages I said, there's the ages I think they were.
Right. So what about you, Sally?
I think the copper guy is in his 30s. The scientist guy's in his 20s, and then the drunk person's in like his 50s.
Okay, right. Sally was pretty actually kind of close to it. So it was actually one age that kind of shocked me. So Roy Schneider was 42.
Older than I thought it was. Okay.
Robert Shaw was 47.
Again, surprise. Yeah, I knew. I did think he would be younger than he looked because he looked like one of those guys that just like drank himself to old age really quick.
This one kind of surprised me. I don't know why. Richard Dreyfuss was 27.
That's what 27-year-olds looked like back then, though. So it's like, you know, like
I thought he was like.
that's because you're looking at your young ass face, right? you're looking at Logan's like baby face could pass for 21 easily. But back in the 70s, 27-year-olds were adults. Like they had like 3 kids, they had like mortgages, they had full long beards and everything. You know, the only way they looked different is like their clothes were slightly different than people who were in their 40s. Like they'd wear like, I don't know, like bell bottoms or some shit.
That's true.
But yeah, I can. But that doesn't surprise me now.
Also, there was a bit of beef with Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss on set, so they just hated each other.
Hmm.
But I think that because at first, like, apparently, well, I'm going to say again. So Robert Shaw and Richard Dreyfuss were clashing on set. So like, there's bits like he kept Robert Shaw kept hitting Richard Dreyfuss on the head in it. But to me, that kind of makes sense with the Quint character and Dreyfuss's character because they basically just abused each other. So maybe that wasn't acting.
Yeah.
Maybe that they were just filming.
They just hated each other. Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah. I thought there was a thing. Did they not just get them all drunk one night and like they kind of sorted it out? Was that not part of that story? I thought I vaguely remembered that.
I think so. I didn't.
Because Robert Shaw was steaming during some of the stories. I remember, during some of the acting, he was steaming.
Aye, because you're talking about the monologue scene. Is that what you're talking
Yeah, because they got him drunk off his ass for that.
Aye, they got him so drunk he couldn't finish it. So there's like parts of the clip. It's like him sober and then him just pissed.
Yeah. Because that works for that scene as well. Because you can imagine a guy like he would get drunk and he would tell you this really harrowing story about when he watched all his friends die. Like, that sounds about right.
This was also, the
You look like
composer,
you're 68 and you're 42.
the composer John Williams. This was his first collaboration with Steven Spielberg.
Oh. That makes sense. Went into a long career together. Dun,
Wrote like tons
dun,
of
dun,
short films.
dun, 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 dun. Oh, there's Breeze Blockhead there, yeah.
Oh, Steven Spielberg. For goodness gracious. I thought we were professionals. Well, I was going to
Dogs get more views than anything else.
I thought
Dog shot.
Cox. I was like, fair enough.
Hey.
That's wrong.
But hold on, I've got a bop. But anyways, Steven Spielberg
Reiterating.
kept having nightmares on after filming, thinking he was still stuck filming on water. So
Oh god.
the thing that helped him to change that was he changed his water mattress to a normal mattress.
Why would you have a water mattress?
Because it was the 70s, they had water mattresses, water beds.
So that's what changed his
You-
sleeping pattern.
A
I
water
don't
bed
think
was
I
so
could
good.
sleep on it. Yeah.
I had a pal at the water bed.
Oh really?
I was like, my first was like, how do you do you fill them and you just keep that water in them forever? Like, does that water not go like moldy or anything? Like, it was weird.
I'm sure they go mold, didn't they?
I guess they must have put some kind of treatment in it or something. Like, it doesn't just go weird. I say he had it. Sorry, his parents had it. So if he'd had it, I'd have definitely been poking about at it and looking at it. But it'd been weird going to his mum and dad's room and being like, I want to have a look at this mattress. Anyway.
And if it was this generation,
Oh, you don't know what you might say.
Would you say, Logan?
In today's generation, people would stab it.
I mean, I think that was a lot of mattresses must have got punctured back. Also, because his was on the first floor of his house, and I was like, if that leaked, that's a lot of water.
Yeah.
I had to get them. I'm assuming they went up and it wasn't full, and then they had to fill it. That's what made me think, how do you fill it? But how would you get it through any doors? Because they're massive. Sally is thinking about this now. A hose?
Hopefully they had a hose.
They just pissed in it.
When was the hose invented?
The hose? I'm sure the hose is probably quite an old technology.
No way she just asked that.
And saying that, I mean, like hoses, like married. You know what? Let's go down. Please save that for the hose podcast.
Well, I've got a juicy bit here, and I've been looking. I went into a deep dive when I found this, by the way. So, have you ever heard about a crime called the Lady of the Dunes? So it turns out there was a woman murdered just near the film set. This was also after the Jaws film was filmed, but near that location. And there was a 12-year-old child was walking a dog and seen this body. And it turns out the body had the horns chopped off and their teeth removed. So they couldn't, they couldn't identify this body at all. And so people thought at the time, so this was 1975, people were thinking, oh, maybe this was a mafia hit. So no one knew who the body was. And then the son of a horror author, Stephen King, funnily enough, brought this. So he was watching. He was reading the Skeleton Crew. How amateur sleuths are evolving America's coldest case. Just weeks before, while watching the film Jaws, so it was like one of the beach scenes, and his son, I don't know what his son's called, Stephen King's son, he spotted a woman in the crowd wearing a blue bandana and jeans similar to what the woman was wearing when she died. So lead investigators noted this interest, and others described it. People thought it was a far-fetched story, and people thought, oh, it's a wild speculation. She was also nicknamed the Lady of the Dunes. That was because it was remained unidentified till like decades. So this was until recently they found out who it was. So some believed she was an extra invisible in the background of Jaws. So I don't know if it was confirmed, but people saying it was her. So there's still speculation it was her or no. And then
Mhm.
in 2022, she was identified as Ruth Mary Terry. They found the DNA by her skeletal remains from a DNA company that was used to identify distant cousins and relatives that eventually identified the victim. It was also There was also theories that it was a husband, Guy Muldevan, now deceased, was the main suspect and was linked to other crimes.
There you go. So there's an extra of Jaws was murdered and then left in Ireland, and then they solve the case decades later.
Aye. How mental was that?
Yeah, weird things happen in films, you
Love
know.
a good true crime story.
That's what we're starting next, is a true crime fucking documentary.
Yeah, that's. I mean, to be fair, that'd probably do better. People love true crime.
That's true.
We have to get really grisly details, though. People love that shit. Like, oh yeah, I just need it for us to know you want the grisly details. You want how many eyeballs were popped.
Did
Um,
read the book?
No.
I did.
no.
I did.
It's because you're a big old nerd.
Nerd.
Well, I
Is it-
found-
Is it Peter Benchley? Is that right?
That's the name. That's offer.
It's all in there, guys. It's all in
Couldn't
there.
remember- I actually could have found.
Can't retrieve any of it.
I could have just took the book out and read the offer, but I
But
didn't.
no.
So there's a lot of differences, by the way. So in the novel, there's a mafia subplot that connects with the mayor. So the mayor was like a part of the mafia in some way. So obviously they cut that out.
It seems unnecessary. Yes.
Richard Dreyfuss's character actually has an affair with Chief Brody's wife, which I think is a bit weird because the guy is just obsessed with sharks. So imagine you try to go with a guy who's just obsessed with sharks. No, thank you.
Again, it's like, well, you know, it's a book's got to have more going on, I guess. You know, can't just be a book about a shark.
Quint's death was also different. So you know how he just gets eaten by the shark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets eaten by the shark at the end. Yeah.
Lee, you're frozen for me.
You guys
There we
froze
go.
for me.
That's weird though.
You guys also froze for me, but I thought I'll just sit here quietly and see what happens.
I just thought it's like I'm not quite
No,
so
no.
Quint dies by drowning instead of just getting eaten.
I mean, that's like not a cool visual death, is it? You want to get eaten.
No.
Someone has to get eaten.
Apparently, it was a nod to Moby Dick. I've never read it. So.
We're uncultured. I've not read a Moby Dick either. I feel like I should have, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I've not read it.
Alright, fair enough. And so the movie basically strips out a lot of the human drama to focus tightly on the sharks threat,
Yeah,
basically.
because we want to see the shark stuff. That's the cool part. Yeah. I don't care what the humans. I can watch a movie about humans. I won't watch humans. I want to watch sharks eat people. How many people get ate by the shark in the movie, Logan? So many. We're keeping
Three.
Sally up.
Three.
Is it just 3?
Let me think. The Christine was the first victim. You had Mrs. Find Me's son, and you had Quint. Was that correct?
I have no idea. I was asking you.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, let's find out.
Because I remember.
How many deaths in Jaws? 4 confirmed humans.
Oh, it's so close. So who's
Chrissy Watkins, Alex Kinter, Bed Gardner, and Quint.
one of them?
Eaten by the shark in open scene, killed
And
while
the
on his
dog.
raft. Ben Gardner found dead after being attacked by the shark,
Yeah.
and then Quint drowned after being caught in the harpoon line attached to the shark.
That's the heads. Mind the head you see, like the jump scare.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
That was your big jump scare as well, because that's like I think you get 2 of them because you're only meant to have 1 in movies, and he broke the rules by having 2. He says if you have too many, it takes away from the big jump scares. The head coming out, it's like woo.
This was my other thing I was going to say. Actually, too. So when they were going to film at that beach place, a lot of the people that stayed there did not want it to be filmed because they thought, oh, this is just going to drive a lot of people away from the beach and all this sort of stuff. So they used to try and steal stuff for the set to make it not be getting filmed.
And I'm sure that made that place
I
the
bet
most
it went the
popular
other
place.
way.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. People would have been going to see that constantly.
So this has got me a question. My question. So although you don't see the shark as much, do you think you're kind of glad the shark was kind of ruined at points that they couldn't just show the body?
I think they're better off, especially with how the shark actually looked. It's a lot better off being like the music and the visuals and not being seeing things, because at that time, like it's showed on a don't tell show or something, whatever it is. Basically, you don't see the thing, so it's creepier. It's more suspense. And then like eventually when it does turn end, like you're like, holy fuck, that thing's massive. But if you'd seen that like 6 times, you'd be like, okay, whatever. Stupid big plastic shark. So yeah, and especially in the 70s, you kind of had to do that. It's like if you go back and watch the original Alien movie, you can't see the alien apart from for split seconds, because the more you see it, the more like that is a guy in a suit. And big stupid rubber shark is big stupid rubber shark. So yeah.
Jaws is still the best shark film out there.
I mean, I can't think of any other one that was any good. So, I mean, like they're fun movies and stuff. Like Deep Blue Sea was good. With Samuel L. Jackson and LL Cool J in that. But it doesn't exist without Jaws. Is that who was in it?
We kind of talk.
What's it called? Deep Blue.
Deep Blue Sea. There's like 4 of these movies. Thomas Jane. Oh, he's in it. Well, Samuel Jackson. No, it's Saffron Burrows that was in that.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Rappaport was in that. He does not like Greta Thunberg. Well, yeah, it was a cool movie. I always like that movie because Samuel L. Jackson, you don't expect him to die because he's the biggest star and he fully gets eaten. It's really funny.
It's like the way Steven Seagal dies.
Steven Seagal? What do you mean?
There's a film he does and he's like in the first.
Oh, like Passenger. Yeah, he's on the. Yeah. It's him and Kurt Russell into it, and like they kill him off. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go and listen to the Behind the Bastards podcast about Steven Seagal. It's like 6 episodes long, and.
Nah, fuck no, they don't give us a shout out, so we just want to shout them
out. Maybe one day. Yeah.
I'll get my boy to give us a shout out on his YouTube channel.
I think he's going to have to get some goddamn. Yeah, he's definitely helping us more than we're helping him. We need to do more shorts for me and Logan bickering, because that seems to be our most viewed content.
I was going to ask, do you think it still holds up to this day, Jaws?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's still fun. It's still like it's got all the jump scares. Now I'm old though, so like I still enjoy it. I don't know if I should actually watch it with my kids to see how they reacted to it.
I have watched it with my children, and they became obsessed with it that they'd watch it almost every day for about a week.
Really?
They were watching it all the time. Yeah, and like they were scared, but not like as scared as what we were when we probably first watched it.
Like fun scared,
like a jumpy scare, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit there, and it kind of blows my mind that they're just kind of, oh yeah, that happened. And when like people literally stopped going to the beach because of this film, and it's like I can't imagine anybody nowadays doing that sort of thing, because I think we're just so desensitized to.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean it's got to be specific movies about specific things that freak us out. I'll tell you what old film I watched today, and it's just because of the news we talked about in the Lost episode now. Spaceballs 2, we talked about that coming out. Yeah. So I thought, I'm going to make my kids watch Spaceballs 1 and see how they respond to it. So I did. And they loved it. They thought it was great. They thought it was hilarious. There's a lot of jokes that were like too kind of, they didn't understand because they were like so old. But see all like the slapstick humor, like jamming the radar, like the Schwartz, all that kind of nonsense, like the kind of kid on likes it. They thought it was hilarious. Yogurt, they thought Yogurt was hilarious, and I thought they don't even know who that says, but like, oh yeah, it's Yoda, Yogurt, that's really funny. So yeah, the bit where they watch the movie while they're in the movie, they thought that was amazing. Like they thought that was like really, really clever, and I was like, yeah, that was objectively very funny, and they thought that was great. So Spaceballs weirdly holds up for kids because it's just so ridiculous.
I hope the same.
You don't really get a lot of silly movies like that. It has to be like silly like that, because that was the best. But you don't really get that. Do you get slapstick movies like that anymore?
No.
That's not something you see. I mean, when was the last time you? And saying that, I reckon the new Naked Gun might be like that.
I feel like, I don't know. Did you see the new poster they put out for that?
The AI generated one where he's got like 50 fingers in that. Yeah, I thought it was quite funny.
I think it's because of the first poster. There's a thumb or like a finger just floating, and I think that was basically giving a nod to people's comments on it.
Aye. So then the second one they put out, he has like 30 thumbs in that, and like the gun's got 3 barrels. So she's like, yeah, that's funny. Do that.
I'm not looking forward to it now. I'm not liking it.
Oh, I watched the trailer, man. I was like, that's funny. Like, I don't care what you say. If you go back and watch the other Naked Gun like parts of it, though, like it is really funny. Like, it's just so ridiculous from start to finish. So yeah, I'm excited.
Pamela Anderson's in it. Kind of like she's got to be in it this time.
Oh, she's got like her kind of career renaissance going now because she's like stopped wearing makeup and stuff, and she's like trying to be serious. It's good for her. Yeah. So anyway, so that's my point being is, yeah, Jaws was good. Also watch Spaceballs. Kids like it.
Do you know what we should do? Is Airplane? I think that would have been a fun one to watch.
Airplane is a good idea. We should do Airplane. Nope, Sally's not having it.
How?
I watched it for the first time like 2 months ago or something, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, I love it.
Really? You liked
Yeah.
Spaceballs, but you didn't like Airplane?
I've not seen Spaceballs.
Okay, you won't like that. You don't like Airplane. I mean, I liked them both, but again, like you didn't like if you don't like Airplane, can't believe you don't like Airplane, Sally. I'm
What
not
did
having it, I
that
don't think.
bloke do? What TV show did he do?
Who?
It was an aeroplane,
one?
the white-haired guy.
Oh, Police Story.
Police Squad.
Aye, sorry, Police Squad. I'm fine about Jackie
Yeah,
Chan.
he's the guy from Naked Gun. It's Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Don't call me Shirley. That guy.
Yeah.
He was in Forbidden Planet. That was his serious.
Yeah. Well, because he was a serious actor for a long, long time. He was also Mr. Magoo in the Mr. Magoo movie, if you can believe that. Does Mr. Magoo mean anything to anyone anymore?
I don't know what that is. I thought it was like Mr.
I remember Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo was a cartoon about an old man that was blind, and he would walk around and he'd get into all kinds of shenanigans because he couldn't see what people were. So he'd like go to he'd go to like the zoo and like go to get into the gorilla's cage and think it was like a maitre d' or something, and then like they would try and like kill him, but they would just like keep tripping over him and stuff because he would move at the last second. It was really weird. It's like when cartoons were terrible. Yeah, Mr. Magoo, that's him.
Yeah, I can see the voice now.
And then Leslie Nielsen done the Mr. Magoo movie. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Which
come up.
flopped.
Yeah.
Oh, it flopped hard. Yeah. Terrible.
Well,
Again, didn't watch it. Mr. Magoo wasn't a good cartoon, so.
let's rate Jaws and then we'll call it quits
Cool.
for the night.
Cool.
Today or
It's
evening.
about an 8.
I loved it. 2 thumbs up. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 because of what it done for cinema, what it done for shark movies, and the fact that it's what movies burned into my memory from being a child. And the theme tune. Brilliant. Scary as anything.
I give it a 10.
Ooh, boom, boom, boom. There it is.
Just
Me and
because
Sally's computers don't do that.
If you do that, does it work? Does it give you a peace sign?
no. But I'm giving it a 10 just for one certain scene, and it's the scene where Rob, I keep saying Schneider. Roy Schneider.
Schneider.
Is it Roy Schneider?
Aye, I keep saying Rob Schneider is the comedian,
Aye.
and Roy Schneider is the very serious actor.
It's the scene that just before
related.
like, he thinks, oh, we kind of close the beaches and that, and he's sitting on the beach, and you just see the shark attacking, and you just get that zoom, and it's a subtle realization. It's like, oh shit, kind of moment. I was like, it was so great. I get a 10 out of that.
Nice. Sal, 3 out of 10.
I give it like an 8 out of 10. I think it's a really good film. Obviously it is quite dated now, but I don't think it would be any better if they remade it. Like, I really, really, really don't want them to. I think they done it perfect how it was.
Create that magic, I think, with that.
I don't think you could.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you couldn't actually remake it, but I just think there'd be no point in remaking it because all you'd be doing is making the shark look better, and the shark looks better looking worse. So
It's because you don't really see it.
yeah, so like you'd be remaking it with new actors just to do shot for shot, and then have a shark that looked better. Like we don't need that. We've got a million shark movies. Anyway,
Yeah. I highly recommend everybody watches it, even with your kids. I mean, my youngest two are 9, and I think they watched it maybe last year, and so they were 8, and they weren't scared. They didn't have bad dreams or anything.